Yep.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Don't Stop.
Hey.
Today, we're gonna start off with 7 Days to Die.
Yeah. 7 Days to Die. They just came out with a huge new patch, Alpha 12, and they've done a couple updates since they released that patch.
Hot dog.
But in Alpha 12, they released some really cool like GUI fixes. Just unleashed a whole new crafting development system. So you have books that are all broken down now. If you want to pick that up. I won't go into too much detail. You can check it out on a review, and we also have a series going on about it if you want to read that. But there's like bears and mini bikes. It gets
bears and mini bikes. Bears
zombie survival post-apocalyptic game. You know, you can't ask for much more. Another game that's actually been doing some big updates is The Witcher. They just came out with a huge patch. It's 1.07.
It's like 7 gigs.
Yeah, it's
or I think it's more than 7 gigs. I mean, it's supposed to fix like a bunch of fixes in the game. I've been playing that game for a while.
If you look at the breakdown, it's a book of fixes.
Yeah, I guess I'm just oblivious to that stuff because I was like, this game's legit. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. But it's supposed to fix a lot of stuff. I mean, like it's inventory. It's supposed to help you with inventory management, horse reactions, character reactions, gameplay, flawlessness, whatever. A lot of fixes. But apparently it's having issues with frame rates on the consoles. So they have like a little side-by-side comparison of frame rate, basically, and it becomes most apparent in, I think, dense areas like the bog and forests with the alongside weather changes like rain and stuff.
Yep.
They said it's dipped down to, I think they said the lowest is like 8 frames per second in some areas, so that kind of sucks.
And you'll see like a bigger difference on the PlayStation 4 versus the Xbox. Xbox seems to have that VSync technology working out for them.
Yeah.
I play on computers, so my computers handle 144 megahertz hertz of refresh. You guys are working these 30 hertz console refresh. Sorry, I can't do it.
Console users, I'm a console user as well. But yeah, PC hasn't seen any effect from it. So if you're a PC user, obviously it's not gonna hurt you as much.
Master PC gaming rig.
But just so you know, it's kind of up to you whether you want to download the new patch or not. It could potentially be a disadvantage, maybe. I don't know if you're happy with the game the way it is. Keep playing the way it is.
No.
Another thing up. This isn't completely new, but people know about the Dead Island series. They've done the breakaway from like Deep Silver.
Dying Light was amazing, and then they came out with Dead Island 2, and I think they kind of just ran into some unexpected changes. There were some different viewpoints in what they wanted to do for the direction of the Dead Island 2 game. And so Jaeger Studios actually broke off, and now we have Dead Island 2 kind of floating by itself, waiting for another developer to kind of come along, pick it up, and dust it off. And
it's kind of the same thing with Techland, because Techland, the Dying Light, it's like they kind of all like developed from these series. Spec Ops: The Line is a game they developed, and they have all these other it's basically that's what happens when you get into the gaming studio. Like, hey, let's get all these studios together to create a great game, and then you have all these people clashing all the time.
I want to ruin my game.
Yeah,
my game.
It's like you got too many chiefs.
Yeah.
Not enough Indians. Is that a saying?
I don't know. I think it's too many cooks in the kitchen, but that's we'll go.
I'm pretty sure
his works
I'm pretty sure mine works.
That's all I'm saying.
But either way,
killing each other.
Jaeger Studios. They apparently had a clash, and maybe that's going to take a lot longer to see Dead Island 2, which sucks because they had a really good premiere of like that guy like jogging.
Yeah.
And then like turning into a zombie.
The visuals look pretty amazing from what they had displayed for us, and they had some really cool concept art and everything for it.
Yeah. Unfortunate, we're gonna have to wait longer to play the game. Apparently, maybe I don't know. Maybe they'll get it replaced real quick and fix the problem. So who knows?
But games that we can play coming out soon that are still beautiful and are going to be amazing. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. If you've been an Assassin's Creed fan for a very, very long time, because there just seems to be a new Assassin's Creed baby popping out here and there and here and there, but they're also beautiful.
Well, they're keeping their pace. They promised us. I don't know, I think it's like 6 years ago. I don't know when it was, but they said they planned on launching a new Assassin's Creed game every November.
Yeah.
And they've been doing that. So I mean, they have studios everywhere. They actually have this gameplay footage pop up in the UK site, an Ubisoft UK site. It's like 58 minutes, I think. Yeah, around 58 minutes of actual some gameplay footage of some of the developers.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like some questions answered for fans and stuff like that. So I go check that out. We'll pop up a link up here somewhere. so you guys can fast track over to that and check it out. So if you want to see some kind of gameplay, I think it's still alpha beta footage, I guess, so it's not going to be completely seamless, so don't.
Yeah, when he was like jumping up on stuff, like you could see where his hands should be gripping or going onto something. You know, that was in a couple spots with those particular models. But it was like grappling and stuff across buildings. The architecture and everything looked amazing in the game.
Steel horse carriages?
Yeah, it's like, kind of that Grand Theft Auto Rockstar style getting mixed in there is kind of cool.
You can see horse races in the future, stuff like that. Maybe the economics, maybe there'll be like upgrades to like a chariot that you can like, drone on command.
Chariot with spikes.
Kind of like on, so it's like take a whistle.
I really like that time and the era that they're picking. It's kind of like an old school London town, the foggy London town, and it reminds me of the Penny. If you've watched the Penny Dreadful series, that time era right there. So it's really grungy and dark.
It's very dark.
Yeah, it's cool though. I think they have a good thing going there. But Assassin's Creed is also pushing its way onto the silver screen with
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, and you guys know him. He was in
Prometheus.
That and X-Men. He was the one dude, the young Magneto.
That one dude,
the one guy, with the helmet and he does the stuff. He's like, hey, come here. Yeah, young Magneto in X-Men. So he's going to be a really good actor for us, playing that main role.
I'm excited.
I've always wanted this to come to the silver screen, and the fact that it is now, kind of like a dream come true. I'm just gonna cry in the theater, but
what's unfortunate is when there's a game being developed into a movie, you get such a kind of a huge fan base behind that, but you also get that, we've had, what was the last, Ubisoft, they had, what the heck is that game called? Prince of Persia came out.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people like that movie.
Yeah, so, that's a great game series. I loved that game series.
Played the hell out of Prince of Persia.
I didn't mind the movie too much, but a lot of people did. They just have these super high expectations for something else, and obviously it's kind of like putting all those those chiefs and Indians in the same room again. Not everyone's gonna see the same vision, and that's what
scenes do you cut? Apparently the developers though are like really close with Ubisoft, trying to make the best visual concept of what they're trying to display to the gamers. Yeah. So it's a huge thing.
Especially when we're making a movie for the gamers. That's the whole reason this is coming about, is because the gamer community collectively wanted something to visually see and to enjoy that way. And when you're making a movie for those people, you want to make sure you're staying in tandem with what they're expecting. It's kind of the same thing with World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
you have to stay in tandem with what the gamers that have been playing World of Warcraft for the last 10 years, 11 years.
Otherwise you're gonna flop.
Yeah.
It's like don't try to do something new just to please other crowds. There's already a big enough following. Just make these people happy.
We're not after 50 Shades of Grey, all right? We want some badass Assassin's Creed action.
50 Shades of Grey.
I don't know why that reference came. That's totally.
We're not going to put up a link for that.
Yeah, we're not doing that one.
Check the link below for 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah. Children.
Yeah.
So, transferring over to some movie talk, we have Star Trek. A lot of people may know that Simon Pegg took over the directorial. Say that word.
He took the captain of the ship.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So he's Captain Kirk for the movie. As far as directorial.
For directorial dysfunction. Take one of these.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's doing that, and they had a little film for like what's it, the Star Foundation or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of foundations for for kids and stuff like that, for helping out. So if you go and you donate $10, you have an opportunity to basically be a part of the casting experience during the filming of the next movie. So you donate $10, etc., and you get in that kind of in that group. But what they did is in the end of that scene, that little show about it, is Idris Elba showed up in it. So if you look at IMDb, his head is in there, kind of hovering. There's no description of what his character's going to be.
Right.
But that's kind of exciting. I love Idris Elba. He's in Prometheus.
Yeah.
He's in Pacific Rim.
He's in Thor as Heimdall, the guy with the glowing eyeballs and the giant.
Watcher.
Yeah, he's like sitting there with a big old sword. He's really cool looking. But yeah, he's going to be a big actor for that movie, I think. And it'll be interesting to see what role they put him into.
Bad guy, good guy? I mean,
we don't know.
Maybe he's like a monk?
Maybe, potentially, a monk with a giant sword.
Yeah.
Hacking people to bits.
That'd be legit. So that's kind of cool casting action. Secondly, we have Martin Freeman. Everyone knows who Martin Freeman is. You know, Sherlock Holmes. I think there's a movie. I think he plays in this movie called The Hobbit.
What's that? The Hobbit? Stupid. What's his name? Bilbo.
Bilbo.
No one knows that guy.
Like, but he talks a little bit about his
kind of
potential role in cameo in Civil War, I guess.
Yeah. He says he's going to be like a unknown character. He's kind of a supporting role, working with an organization that kind of harnesses heroes' powers, is what he was kind of saying. We don't know if he's good or bad.
Hydra?
He likes to play like in the Hydra.
Is it S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Hydra keeps them together. That's right. Yeah. So it sounds more like S.H.I.E.L.D. over Hydra.
But he does say he tells one thing and somebody else another. So maybe he's like, "Hey Hydra, I'm gonna get you the single
double,
shield."
quadruple, triple agent.
Yeah, he's like a double agent basically, which would kind of be cool. So, I mean, they're not just gonna cast Martin Freeman as some stupid character. So he's obviously gonna be a big part of the role.
You don't bring a guy like that in to play a short little hobbit or something. Maybe you do. I don't know. He worked in that one, but oh god.
Maybe. I mean, his dagger can sense orcs.
Yeah, that's true. He could be part of the Avengers. I can turn invisible.
So what do you do? I can sense orcs from a mile away.
I can grow very good crops. No.
I have his ring.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a little overboard, Martin Freeman's role, but there's
we like him.
Yeah,
okay.
he's fun.
Back off.
There's a little spoof he has basically of he's kind of chatting about what his role could be.
Technology news, we got.
Anybody excited to let somebody else drive their children around?
Yeah, they pick them up in white vans and give them candy and stuff, and then
ice cream trucks.
You don't know where they're at. No, I'm kidding. Uber actually is developing a program.
I don't know if it's Uber.
Well, Uber for kids. I don't know. That's what they're calling it right now. That's what it's tagged, codenamed. So
everybody knows what Uber is.
Maybe Uber has their hands in it. I wouldn't expect them to have their name on it.
I wouldn't use that reference alongside children.
Wait a second. Picking them up in vans. Yeah. But they've developed a shuttle system that they're going to be trying out here that parents can actually pay to have their kids picked up and dropped off. And they're located and tracked by GPS. They have all sorts of systems in place to kind of make sure you know where your child is at all times. Dropping them off, picking them up, where they're going if for some reason they have to make other stops. The parents have full control of what's going on.
You can locate them the whole way across. And these people have to go through like this. I mean, you got like nannies. There's millions of nannies, thousands of nannies, whatever. They all have to go through a certain background check, background process. And these people take your kids to school all the time.
Yep.
So they go through the same process. You can see, basically, you can look up their files, see how many times they've been to prison. If it's only been a couple times, it's fine. But no, literally, you can see all this
I'm
stuff.
shaking my head like, yeah, it's
He's only been to prison a couple times.
Twice, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, he's only, he's only kidnapped like 4 or 5 kids.
No problem. 3 of them come back, okay?
Yeah, 3 of them were found. He gave 3 of them back. No, but literally, it's pretty secure. They're going through like a huge, obviously, people aren't just going to let someone, take their kids.
Here's money, take my kid. So, thanks.
But it can be a huge deal for stay-at-home moms that say have to drive one kid to school but still have a baby and all the work it takes to do all that stuff.
Right.
So being able to say, hey, come snag my kid, saves you gas money, time, crazy hair days. So anyway, with this Uber for kids startup process, you can probably go and donate to this process as well to get it kind of up and running more. But obviously the benefits is going to be, for the stay-at-home moms that have multiple kids, babies, instead of having to put your kids in the back of the car, and just to drop off one of your kids to school, you can call up these guys and they can come, hopefully snag your, hopefully kidnap your kids.
Quick drive-by,
and drop them off at school. But I mean, the thing is with Uber is usually it's local people So you may know this person who's going to be picking up your kids anyways, you know, and dropping them off at school. So it might just create a job for someone in the neighborhood that may or may not, you know, want to work full time. You know, they can jump in. I mean, so I think there's a lot of benefits to this for the family in certain communities, for jobs and all kinds of things. So it's a startup process right now. I think it's for Uber. I know there's other ones too. Hop, Skip, Jump, I think is the name of like another startup. I think that. Yeah. Unless they're the same thing, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I haven't researched that enough. But I would go check that out, see what you think about it. Moms, dads,
definitely something if you know
children, do the research for them.
Save you time. Yes, your children will take care of that for you.
Hey mom, check this thing out. Some guy gonna pick me up.
Yeah, you just pay him money. It's all good.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah. Another little bit of new technology that's going to be coming out for us in the future is going to be Ford's new smart lighting system. They have a new GPS tracking safety system that can pick up to 8 objects that may or may not be in the road up to 400 feet away from you.
Objects including human beings.
Yeah, in case like 8 people happen to be randomly walking on the road in front of you with a cougar.
This would be good for like zombie apocalypses.
Oh yeah.
Let's have 8 zombies.
Yeah, let's go ahead and smash through them. But it's designed for like when you're going around hills and stuff. There's a little infrared light that tracks 400 feet in front of you on your grill, and then it picks them up and it puts them on a display that's actually inside of your vehicle, so you can see like these little highlights of where they're at. And potentially not hit them. Though if you're a really terrible driver, it's not going to help you anyways because you're just a terrible driver. That's what they do. They just hit stuff.
I think this is developed for terrible drivers, actually.
Yeah.
Well, but then you have
another safety net on top of safety nets on top of safety nets.
Exactly. I mean, in the industry since 2004 to 2014, I think this is a statistic. But I'm having so much struggle with the words today. But the safety rating has gone like way up, like car wrecks and car crashes, anything like that has gone way down. So the fact that these, these manufacturers have been promoting and embedding all these safety features into these vehicles and stuff like that, I mean, it's huge. I mean, it obviously makes a difference. So these technologies are.
That's to help knobs like us not hurt each other.
Well, I mean, you look at like you were talking about if you're in back roads or places where there's no lighting. This is going to be a huge because it's going to like locate these things for you. Like, hey, object over here. It's going to like track
8 deer are about to walk in. You know, we live out in the country area and there's mountains and it's like deer try and walk in front of your car at night here just for funsies. Play chicken with your car. So this will help because you'll be able to actually see them coming at you and then speed up and nail them. But I don't think
that's a process you want to take.
Oh, don't go that route. Yeah.
But anyway, so it's kind of a cool little piece of technology that that Ford's kind of implementing into their vehicles. I mean, who knows? I don't know which vehicle it's going to be on first. Maybe they're like, I don't even know Ford vehicles.
Yeah. Ford GT. They're going to throw it on that first, and then we'll move down from there.
Mustangs.
Yeah. But that's going to be all the time we have. I mean, that's everything we've got for you guys, and I appreciate you all stopping by. If you liked it, go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you thought. But you could also check out our Twitter and our Instagram. That one, our Facebook.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, our website.
Our website. We have a website, all that kind of stuff.
A backyard.
Check out some of our other links that we have after the video. Bye. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks for coming. Don't stop.
Hey everybody, welcome to Don't Stop. This is Don't Stop D, Don't Stop G.
Don't stop J.
This is Don't Stop to good. What's up, y'all? Good. Good. Hey everybody. I'm in Coxie. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.